That was a little scary, but I'm all right. I just got to figure out how to get out of here. I bet you're wondering how I ended up here. Okay. The bike industry is in shambles currently. Just last week, Rocky Mountain and GT announced actions that they're taking to avoid bankruptcy, pause operations, lay off people. A sad story, right? And it's pretty widespread. If you're looking to sell a bike like I was, my Ibis HD6, I mean, it's nearly impossible to sell it without giving it away. And it just doesn't make sense to sell. If you're on the other end of that equation, I guess, of that transaction, and you're looking to buy, it's a great time to buy. So I couldn't sell my Ibis HD6, but I did manage to stumble across this bike from my good friend Arturo, MTB Flow. He had this bike, which is 324 Specialized Stumpjumper, the comp model, and he was looking for a long travel bike, and so we made the swap. It was a good deal for me, it was a good deal for him, and so I'm out here giving it a proper shakedown. It is a 140 in the front, 130 in the rear, S3 size, SLX build, I'm gonna say, from the brakes to the drivetrain. It's a Shimano wheel set, nothing fancy, but it's pretty solid. So these are my local trails here. That was fun.
That one?
Huh?
Or can you like throw me in? Throw me in?
You want me to tow you in?
Yeah. Dude, you're just floating all that.
How'd you like that? This is where it gets fun, right here. After here. Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing can lay it down. Some more jumps. Whew, missed that one. Case that one. You want me to tow you in right here? Okay, let's go. We go right here. You ready? And then pedal. Little one, pedal. There isn't anything overly demanding for anything bigger than a 140 or a 150 fork. Gets a little techy over here, where typically big travel soaks it up. But this one does okay too. The 130 in the back, I just, after giving it a couple of rides already, I am bottoming out, so I'm looking to fix that. I don't know that I'm gonna go spacers. I really just want to go full DVO suspension on it. One thing I can tell you, as much as I love my YT Decoy SN, my SL e-bike, there's no way I could just have that bike. Take today for example. Today is my first day of vacation, and I have nothing in my head in terms of needing to worry about anything. So I figured it's a perfect day to come out and shake down this bike. And the climbs are so peaceful. There's just something therapeutic about pedaling up, clearing your head, and just I don't know, taking in the fresh air, even the sounds of just quietness. There is no rushing to the top. There's no racing to the top. There's just pedaling. And then now, once I point the bike downward, then it's a different story, right? And then the natural feel of the bike kicks in. The lightweightness, that's even a word, feels amazing. And it just creates for an overall pure riding experience. And we are at the end of that climb that typically wears me out. And I don't know if you can tell by my breathing, but I'm not worn out. I mean, sucking wind a little bit, but full 29er. And that climb that I just did felt so good on this bike. And that is the reason why I decided to swap my HD6 for this bike. Again, I was in the market for a short travel, but somewhat more leaning on the trail, all mountain side of the spectrum versus a cross-country type bike, mainly because of the type of trails that I ride. But I did want a short travel, super capable, rocket ship type of bike that can just climb up the hills, right? And you feel the energy that you're putting into as you're pedaling up just translate into momentum. And yeah, I'm finding that out with this bike now. I've ridden both mullet and full 29ers now for quite some time, and I think at this point I am convinced that a mullet setup works best on an e-bike, maybe a long travel enduro bike. But if you're gonna do some sporty type of riding with a bike such as this one, then you gotta go with full 29-inch wheels. It's a lot more efficient. It rolls faster. Ooh, that felt good. It's smooth. So loose here. Let's do a recap here of what happened. But this is about 2 bike lengths in terms of distance. You send it and you land here. What happened was I get nervous here. It's not bad, but you pick up speed, but it's super loose here, and it just always makes me nervous of washing out. So I lower my speed, and then I come in on the inside. But so I took a nosedive is what I remember, and then that threw me out of control. All I could remember was these 2 rocks here. Bike seems okay. I don't know how I look on camera. Face is probably all dusty and what have you, but yeah, not bad. Now I'm wondering, because I really do want to upgrade to a 36, something a little bit beefier. This one like completely compressed. I don't know if a 36 would have done or made a difference. I think that it would have. Either way, here we are. let's continue. I do have the SWAT box here, and inside I have this bag, and in that bag I have an inner tube, a CO2 cartridge, and a multi-tool. I just need to put in a water bottle case on there, and then I'll have my water bottle on there, and then I'm all good. So yeah, I'm 5'9". I weigh between 175, I fluctuate 177, 180. Wheelbase is 1200. I'm used to a 1230. It's like the sweet spot for me. The head tube angle is a 65.5. It could be brought down to a 65 with the flip chip in the back. Reach is 450. A little bit, it's like, that's the limit for me. I can't go any shorter. I can, I guess, but I like 460 up to 475. I think this has got a 50 mil stem. Bottom line, why I decided to switch my HD6 and swap it out for this one is I have a full size big travel enduro, which is my Decoy SN e-bike on the way up, just about like a normal bike on the way down. For pedaling, it's more of a fitness for me, as well as just having fun on the way down. Not necessarily looking to, you know, push PRs or anything. So I just figured a short travel bike is fitting at this point in my biking journey, and that's why I decided to get this. So now I have a gravel bike, a short travel, fitness, fun little rocket ship bike, and then I have my full-on enduro big travel e-bike. I hope that you found this video useful. If at the very least you found it entertaining, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe now. I will see you on the next one. Until then, ride your own ride, and God bless. I just got to figure out how to get out of here. Because I'm on an incline.